What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. So last episode, we did the first half of the Fade. We got, I think, 2 more bosses to kill, maybe 3, and we gotta release our 2 companions. We gotta stick our twin blades up Sloth's ass. Let's go head back to the Darkspawn Invasion. I don't think there's too many more ability buffs that I'm missing, but I will check. Easy way to check is just to pull up the map here and see where you haven't been. So I think this leads to the boss fight, so I'd like to go and check down here real fast. If there's nothing here, I'll just edit it out. I'm heading the right direction at least. And we gotta save, so something's going correct. Hit them with this dual weapon sweep. Let's get our momentum back up. It's gonna be real unfortunate if I actually have to drop the human form in a second. Okay, what do we got down here?
Time for some fun.
Actually, still sipping on my morning coffee as I record this, so excuse me if you hear the sip, it's crucial. It was actually back in my Twitch days, I had a coffee sip emote because you could always hear me sipping on that when I started my stream. Right, so all we missed was some XP, it seems, down the little corridor. We've been everywhere else, it looks like, apart from down there, so we are going to keep going this way. Hopefully there is some hidden XP down here. It would be tragic if there wasn't. Yeah, I think if I have a live stream over on YouTube too, which is an option I might consider eventually, I'll definitely be putting my Twitch emotes on here. Some of them are funny. You got a picture of my cat in there too. As always, mage first, even though it's just an emissary. He's not much of a threat, but still. Especially not in our golem form. This is just bullying at this point. Like, here, hold this for me. I'm gonna miss not being able to bop you all around in this form. I will miss that. So we came back here for XP. That's not the end of the world. XP is finite in this game. It does cap out, so if you miss things, you miss things. 25 is the level cap. I'd like to hit the level cap. I think usually by the time I get to Awakening, I think I'm usually around 24. I'm not sure if I have ever actually hit the level cap in Origins or not, so maybe we'll make this the first one. Hopefully, by the time we get through this, I'll get another level so we can take another crack at those chests. I hate losing XP, and even though I'm sure there's nothing really significant in those chests, it's bugging me. I want to know what's in there. My loot brain is driving me insane. Which, the more you watch this channel, the more you will realize how much of a loot goblin I am. It's it's bad. It's free, I want it, and it's mine. What do we have in here? Oh, I remember this place. So I recommend hanging out back here initially. Because eventually, the floor is going to be lava in this room. And you gotta turn to Burning Man. But Burning Man has kind of caca defenses, so... Here, hold this for me. Get the emissary first. Yeah, Burning Man isn't great against melee defense, whereas the Golem, we're not really under too much threat here, and if we do get in trouble, we can just do this. And keep making them hold our boulder. Unintentional. Yeah, hold this left hand. He didn't even get his overpower off. Come on now. Come on now. There we go. 80 XP for that. Alright, so now we're gonna switch to Burning Man. Predict where he's gonna run. Think we might have still missed. No, we still got him. Beautiful. And that's his ass. Now when this floor starts to turn into lava flow, we don't have to worry about it. I could have swore this this section of floor did set on fire. I've died to it before. I guess maybe because we kill all the enemies it doesn't do it. Well, let's see what boss is behind this door. It is an ogre. Interesting. We can both stun the shit out of each other. Okay. Okay. Enough with the stuns. Stop.
On your guard. It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me.
I would definitely recommend keeping your health up in case he decides to grab us. Second thoughts, actually. It probably would be a good idea. This is insane. This unlocking is crazy. There we go. Would be a good idea to stay in golem form so he can't grab us. At least that way, all we have to worry about is his regular attacks. There we go. That's this area's boss down. That's a tough one. I would have liked to have gotten the finisher. My favorite finisher animation in the game is the ogre kill, but gotta play it safe, right? Now that's the Darkspawn Invasion. We only have one more place to go, then we can get our companions and face off with Sloth. Sloth definitely needs our sword in his neck, so... Imagine the kind of chaos you would experience letting a creature like that get out of the circle into the world.
Let's get started.
It would not be good. Okay, you guys are gonna come out here. I'm not walking into your trap nonsense. There you go. The other reason I recommend not running into that is because if you have a high enough skill level, do we? We do. You get XP for dismantling the traps. So it's worth not setting those off if you can avoid that. At least if you're trying to min-max XP like my brain always does. I'll worry about these mouse holes in a little bit. I do want to clear this first. Drop a save too, just to be safe. And he lives at one shot. There we go. I do like to burst those down as fast as possible. Acidic grease trap. Damn, he came with toys prepared for us. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mouse holes and portals. This is somewhat of a puzzle if I recall. Each portal takes you somewhere else. We almost forgot XP. Each portal takes you somewhere else. Rite of Annulment, that'll be good. And depending on which one you go through, it resets you back to where you came from. And I'm not sure which one's which. See, this just took us right to the end. But we have to check all the mouse holes, because if we didn't, I'd lose my mind thinking I missed something. Sure enough. No shred for you. Hold my boulder. There we go. And we got a dexterity essence. Very good. I'm glad that I came in here for that. I love the architecture inside the Fade. They just did such a good job of making like a dream world nonsense environment. Like there's a ship inside a wall with like cave runes through the mason work. There's like brick coming through it. In the sky, you see floating cities. We should technically be able to see the Black City, too. We did read a giant codex about that. I suppose that is the Black City up there. Because it did say no matter where you are in the Fade, you do see it as the center point. So I imagine that is it. It does have a huge tower on top of it. Somewhat of a cathedral. Right. Now you guys can watch me take the wrong portal 18 times. I think we didn't take this muscle, right? Stop it. Ogres are actually surprisingly tough to deal with. Doing a lot of damage to our golem. Kind of a match for us. Right. This one is the one that always confuses me. So we did this section. We got here with a portal. So these mouse holes, technically, should all take us somewhere relevant, right? Okay, this just jumped us in a direction I do not want to be. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that muscle. Again, this one's gonna be a little bit of a shit show. I'm not gonna pretend to know where the fuck I'm going here. And door number 2. Make sure I get every ability point that's available. Oh, the gang's all here. Yeah, abuse the brokenness of the golem. Oh, is it because it's on cooldown? Gotta wait for our baller to come back before we can open this. I didn't know that. I thought it would just play the animation. Right. Almost missed this. Just assuming that I would need this bomb on the other side of the light work. And his ass is grass too. Okay, where did this put us? This put us in the 3rd section. There's just so many mouse holes and things to look at here. It gets confusing for me. No chain lining for you. See anything else? We do have a couple of mouse holes. Let's just take me to the other side of the door. It's like an alternate route. Indeed it does. Yeah, so we did all 3 of these. I guess it's time to just start jumping through random portals. Hope for the best. Here is the door. Excuse me, here it is. I died to this a bunch the first time I came through this. Yeah, that is what I thought the one Darkspawn corridor did, but I was mistaken. Mage first, as always. Cold boulder. There we go. Drop a save. Made a lot of progress. Gotta start cleaning my save files too.
Catch me if you can. I know you want.
I'm gonna chase the evil little desire demon here. Oh, I think it is.
This should be easy enough.
This.
Hit her with Mark of Death.
On it.
Your soul burns so.
It seems it's not gonna let me use my forms in here. There we go. Now the game is over. And that's a tank beats everything. And that was the final fate boss. Now we can freely let our companions out.
Let's get started.
Let's stick our boot up Sloth's ass. Do this one first. Sloth can actually sometimes be a really tough fight, so I'm trying to be careful there. What's going on here? Children. Somebody called Goldana.
Hey, it's great to see you again. I was just thinking about you. Isn't that a marvelous coincidence? This is my sister, Goldana. These
Alistair
are
has
her
a sister.
children, and there's more about somewhere. We're one big happy family, at long last.
I know he was born in the Chantry or something, right? That was his story. They're demons, you know.
Oh, that's what everyone says about their relatives. But I've never been happier.
I'm overjoyed to have my little brother back. I'll never let him out of my sight again.
May I borrow him for a second? We have business elsewhere.
I don't think I'll be coming. I don't want to spend my life fighting, only to end up dead in a pit along with rotting Darkspawn corpses.
Well, Alistair, is your friend staying for supper?
Say you'll stay. Goldana's a great cook. Maybe she'll make her mince pie. You can, can't you?
Of course, dear brother. Anything for you.
As good as demonic mince pie sounds. She's just a demon in disguise. Don't believe any of this.
How can you say that about Goldana? She's the soul of goodness.
Look, Alistair, I'm sure the mince pie is great, but we gotta get the fuck out of here. Think about this and how you got here. Think carefully.
All right, if it makes you happy. It's a little fuzzy.
Mm-hmm.
That's strange.
Alistair, come and have some tea.
No. Wait. I remember a tower. The circle.
Mm-hmm.
It was under attack. There were demons. That's all I really remember.
We're still in the circle. And that's when we got trapped in the Fade, where we are now.
Are you saying this is a dream?
Indeed, look at the sky.
It's real.
Of course it's real. Now wash up before supper and
Something doesn't feel quite right here. I think I have to go.
Attaboy. Come with me then.
No, he is ours, and I'd rather see him dead than free.
Well, unfortunately for you, whatever you are, you're the only person dying here. You sounded like Ray Ray's girlfriend from Scary Movie right there for a second.
As you wish.
If I had better editing skills, I would totally put that on screen so you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm sure somebody caught that reference. Let me know in the comments if you do catch that reference.
Goldana? can't believe it. How did I not see this earlier?
You're in the Fade, which isn't like the real world.
Yes, well, try not to tell everyone how easily fooled I was.
Of course. Your secret's safe with me.
Where are you going? What's happening to me? Hey!
Well, Alistair, like I said earlier, in the Battle of Wits, he's always outgunned. Pretty good warden, though. I'm still very curious what my dog's dream is gonna be. He's just playing fetch in the fields. I've never seen this, so I'm very curious. You just taking a nap, boy? Aw, cute puppy's sleeping. Shake Duke awake. He comes to, shakes his head, and barks happily at you. He prances around, barking excitedly. Duke runs off and disappears. Oh. Okay, he's neat. He didn't have any particular dream. He was just taking a nap. That's a little disappointing. They would have developed some kind of story there. Interesting. Right, now it's time to go stick our boot up Sloth's ass. We do have our entire party back together. This fight can be a little tough, so actually what I am going to do is I'm going to save before we go in there. And kind of just hope for the best with this encounter, actually. I don't have the best party set up for it, so...
What do we have here? A rebellious minion? An escaped slave?
You call the wrong person a minion.
My, but
You're not the only one with some pride.
some gall. But playtime is over. You all have to go back now.
Oh, here I am. And there you are. You just disappeared. Well, no matter.
Good boy. Let him know.
You will not hold us, demon. We found each other in this place, and you cannot stand against us.
If you go back quietly, I'll do better this time. I'll make you much happier.
I'll make my own happiness, thank you.
Can't you think about someone other than yourself? I'm hurt. So very, very hurt.
You're about to be. Sorry, but I'd rather just be rid of your evil right now.
You wish to battle me? So be it. You will learn to bow to your betters, mortal.
So this fight actually has all phases, I think it is. Okay, first things first, win. You move back. Didn't get a chance to level up Duke. We are just gonna chop that wood here. I was gonna say, Alistair, I need some aggro pull.
On it. Done. Right.
Wakey wakey, Alistair.
On it.
Feels good to have his taunt ability, I can tell you that much.
Only one shall stand!
Let's have at it! Attack! Here.
Keep popping the taunt. So we don't need threaten here. Right, so now she turned into a rage demon. So when we are gonna do this for you and give her some lyrium potions to sip on. Gonna restore her mana. Now Win, if you be so kind as to hit him with a Winter's Grasp. We're gonna remark of death him. Alistair doesn't have his taunt up yet, but he will soon. So, until we can manage to pull the aggro from Wynn, we're just going to run her around. Let that character's chop that wood.
I shall do.
Do whatever we need to do to get that done. Duke is standing directly in a fire lava pit. We don't need that to be happening right now. Of course we can't stun him. Duke did actually die, which is unfortunate. Wynn, do you have resurrection? Revival, she does. Okay, we're gonna bring Duke back to life. Go back, boy. Immediately you're gonna take that. And then a crunch. We're gonna pop a heal on our main character. And he's gonna transition into the next phase. Now we have a abomination. Gonna resist the bash. And now he's getting his shit rocked though. Duke, if you'd be so kind. He's immune to the stuns. Not really surprising. Not immune to mine though.
You can do better than that.
Now he's a shade. Wonderful. Fire's going really well, really clean. Immune to the stun. Now he's a horror. He broke his concentration on chainline, and this hurts though. This hurts a lot, so immediately we're just gonna pop things to deal with that. Because that's gonna suck, so we're gonna give that to Alistair, and that should be enough to eat this. Still do have to be careful though. Because like I said, it does hurt. Oh, he got blizzard off. That's gonna hurt a lot. Wynn, take a sip. Duke, take a crunch. Throws himself with his own blizzard. Take a little sip. I'm gonna give him Mark of Death again. But almost. And he's done. He's down.
You defeated the demon.
That is the end of Sloth.
I never expected you to free yourself. To free us both. When you return, take the litany of Adrala from my body. It will protect you from the worst of the blood magic.
Your body?
I cannot go with you. I have been here far too long. For you, it will have been an afternoon's nap. Your body won't have wasted away in the real world while your spirit lays in the hands of the demon.
You think you're going to die?
Every minute I was here, the Sloth demon was feeding off of me, using my life to fuel the nightmares of this realm. There is so little of me left. I was never meant to save the Circle, or survive its troubles.
You played a huge part in it, though.
I am dying. It is as simple as that.
Without you getting the litany of Adrala and trying, a lot of things could have gone very differently. There must be something I can do.
Thank you, but it is too late for me. I do not fear what may come. They say we return to the Maker in death, and that isn't such a terrible thing. My only regret is that I could not save the Circle. But you can. Take the litany off my body when you return. It is important.
I will do this.
I'm not a hero. Perhaps trying to be one was foolish.
Ordinary people can do great things when they have to.
Dark times, greater acts of heroism, eh?
Indeed.
You may be right.
You stepped up.
Before I was taken to the circle, my mother said I was meant for greatness. And I would be more than my ancestors could have ever dreamed. I hope I haven't disappointed her.
You didn't, Niall. I'm sure she's very proud of you.
It is time for us both to be on our way. Remember the litany of Adrala. The circle is all that matters now. Thank you, and goodbye, friend.
Now, if you haven't caught on from how many times he reminded us about the litany, that is very important in the upcoming fight. There's Sloth's whole ass dead on the ground.
As you wish.
The Litany of Adrala, very important. Make sure you grab that. We are gonna need the hell out of that in the upcoming fight. Well, actually, if we can find it in here, I believe. Where would it go? Quest items? Where are you? Okay, so I was hoping that I could put it on my ability bar, but doesn't seem to be there. Oh, I'm silly. It's already there. It's gonna be very important. Now we have a level up. We ended up with 18 strength, 34 dexterity, 17 willpower, 14 magic, 24 cunning, and 12 constitution out of our little journey into the Fade, which is very, very good. And since we are done with the added ability points, we'll go ahead and get the 20 strength now. We no longer need to put anything into strength for the rest of the game, which is chef's kiss. 34 dex is very, very good, so I guess we'll just even out willpower. I have one ability. Perhaps if we leveled up cunning a little, we'd be able to hit those chests. Since we didn't get anything in willpower, I don't think any of that's gonna matter. The character has significant experience with two-weapon fighting, gaining a bonus to critical chance, as well as a possibility with each hit to inflict bleeding lacerations that continue to damage a target for a time. And it's a passive, so it costs us nothing. We are definitely going to be getting dual weapon expert. Do I want to dip back and upgrade cunning to try and open those chests? It's probably around 100 XP. Maybe 50. 50 a chest, 20 a chest, 40 a chest. Something like that. No, I don't think so. I think we'll just go ahead. Duke, we can level you up all the way in strength. We'll probably, at this point, we'll probably give him a little bit of dexterity. Just to start pumping his defense a little, because 30 strength is very well established. Right, so now we press on. Getting real close to finding out what happened to the rest of the mages here. Follow the trail of bodies. Inventory space is getting a little low. We only have 10 slots left, so we do have to be cautious.
As you wish.
Why I spent so much time upgrading our inventory space before we got here. The Legend of Cullen, Chapter 2. That'll be an interesting read. No in a book. Yeah, I'm curious to learn more about Cullen as time progresses. Baby dragons? Of course the Mage's Tower has dragons. Duke, does your stun work on the dragonlings? It does. Beautiful. We want to get them dead as fast as we can, so... Pop a toe on Alistair, please. Thank you. Beautiful. Actually, speaking of Alistair, now that now that he has Taunt, we don't really need Threat anymore. That's a sustain that we don't need to be spending his points on, so we can go ahead and take that off his ability bar. Instead of that, we might actually pop Precise Striking, I'm not sure. But Threaten doesn't need to be here anymore, so what we'll do is we'll just turn that off for now. We figure out what we want to do with it. And we got a win level. Alright, win. With win, I like to go 2 magic, 1 willpower, just constantly. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's what I like to do with win. She doesn't really need anything else. It's all magic stuff, so... Oh, we are going to improve her herbalism. And then we have Arcane Shield, Staff Focus, Arcane Mastery. What do we want to do with you, Win? We can give you Frost Weapons right now. Although that is a wasted point. Ultimately, I do want Flaming Weapons, not Frost Weapons. Frost Weapons might help us in the upcoming battle, though. We're not going to worry about any of this stuff. We'll put this on Morrigan when we mess with her. Entropy, drain life, disorient, vulnerability, and weakness. The caster drains a target of energy, inflicting penalties to attack and defense, as well as reducing its movement speed. Weakness. Morrigan already has that, so when we're double maging, we won't need her to have that. In creation, she's already doing very good. Heroic defense. Glyph of paralysis. Gotta make a decision. Caster enchants the body's weapons with frost. See, a lot of things have negative fire resistance, but I'm not sure about the frost resistance. Ultimately, we get the Cone of Cold and Blizzard. It might be worth taking this tree up anyways, just to get the stuns out of Cone of Cold and Blizzard. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna give her frost weapons. Shoot that over to the sustains. How's your mana looking with your sustains? She's doing pretty good. There's plenty of mana left to get to work. We got more Caddis for Duke. 10 physical resistance. Versus 2 dexterity. Or 30 physical resistance, excuse me. We'll give him the physical resistance. The longer he's alive, the more stuns and dread howls he can pop, and since he can't take regular health potions, survivability would be very good for him. Plus 1 cold damage each attack is not brilliant. I suppose 1 damage is 1 damage regardless of anything, but plus 1's not so good. Once we start packing some beefier weapons, we can start equipping runes to our blades, that's where the magic happens. With the rune slots. Of course, we don't have the skill for this chest either. It hurts.
As you wish. On it.
Yeah, I might actually, after this episode, I might look up what level cunning or lockpicking you need for these chests. Because I'd be very curious. I have the 3rd lockpicking ability already. And on top of that, I also have 22 cunning. 26 cunning currently. We have 24 plus 2 on my cunning statistic, and I still can't open this chest. The dexterity is 38, so either one that scales with lockpicking, it's right up there. The only thing I could have possibly done differently here is have the 4th tier in lockpicking, and we would have to come here way later for that, so... I'm not 100% sure what the game expects of you here to open these chests.
Let's get started.
Up Dread Howl Duke. Alistair popped on. We're gonna take a heal. We're gonna get Duke out of the lava floor. That doesn't need to be there. The greatest shade is the problem here. Alistair sip. Duke take a crunch. We'll take a sip too. Win. You can actually use Winter's Grasp on the Rage Demon. You gotta start getting control of this battlefield. Cross weapons will go really hard on him, actually. You see the +6 against the Rage Demon because it's weak to cold. +3 against the Shade. So it just depends on their resistances. When you're using lightning weapons, unfortunately there's no buff for that. You can only get that via runes. But if you use lightning weapons in this game, you'll often see like +5, +6 popping up because everything is weak to lightning. Everything in the game. That's why they're the best damage insert runes that you can find. Save. Doing really good so far.
This trick again? I know what you are. It won't work. I will stay strong.
A Templar, and it seems he's a prisoner.
The boy is exhausted. And this cage, I've never seen anything like it. Rest easy. Help is here.
Enough visions. If anything in you is human, kill me now and stop this game. You broke the others, but I will stay strong for my sake. For theirs. Filthy blood mages getting in my head. I will not break. I'd rather die.
Good man. You're not going to die. Not if I can help it.
Silence! I'll not listen to anything you say. Now be gone! Still here. But that's always worked before. I close my eyes, but you are still here when I open them.
I'm real, and I'm here to help you.
Don't blame me for being cautious. The voices, the images, so real. Did Gregor send you? How? How did you get here?
Gregor sent me, in a sense.
Good. Kill Uldred. Kill them all for what they've done. They caged us like animals, looked for ways to break us. I'm the only one left. They turned some into monsters and... there was nothing I could do.
I'll happily kill Uldred, but I'm not so sure about the others. Where are Irving and the other mages?
What others? What are you talking about?
Irving and the other mages who fought Uldred. Where are they?
They are in the harrowing chamber. The sounds coming up from there. Oh, Maker.
We must hurry. They are in grave danger, I am sure of it.
You can't save them! You don't know what they've become.
We can't just kill them all.
They've been surrounded by blood mages whose wicked fingers snake into your mind and corrupt your thoughts.
His hatred of mages is so intense. The memory of his friends' deaths is still fresh in his mind.
You have to end it now, before it's too late.
I will end Uldred, but I'm not gonna slaughter innocent people. I will not kill an innocent.
Are you really saving anyone by taking this risk? To ensure this horror is ended, to guarantee that no abominations or blood mages live, you must kill everyone up there.
You can never guarantee that. The mage in 2 states over could become a blood mage whenever he wishes. I cannot decide on that before seeing what's going on.
That is your choice to make, but I beg you to consider what I have to say. You cannot tell Maleficarum by sight. Just one could influence the mind of a king, of a grand cleric.
I do not want the blood of innocents on my hands.
I am just willing to see the painful truth, which you are content to ignore.
Your vision is very clouded currently.
What can I do? As you can see, I am in no position to directly influence your actions, though I would love to deal with the
I
myself.
completely understand his perspective, you know. He's been locked in here, watched all his Templar brothers be tortured and murdered. And of course he wants to go up there and slaughter all of them. Look what happened in the tower. He was here for it all. We came in late. He saw the abominations pour out of the portals. He saw them kill the women, the children, the men, his Templar brothers. Of course he wants to go up there and cut everybody's head off. It's understandable, but that's not going to happen. We'll deal with you once Uldred lies dead.
My cage is Uldred's doing, or one of his mages. Once they're dead, I will be free.
Stay safe. It'll be over soon.
No one ever listens. Not until it's far too late. Maker turn his gaze on you. I hope your compassion hasn't doomed us all.
I appreciate the sentiment at least, whether he agrees or disagrees with our methods. Right, this fight is very tough, and given my current party loadout, it could be even tougher, so we're going to take this very slow and very carefully. We definitely are going to try and keep control with the litany.
Do you accept the gift that I offer?
He is your mage independence. Torturing people into accepting demonic possession. Of course, he just tortured him until he couldn't tolerate the pain anymore and said yes. That is a good, innocent mage that is now a demon. Uldred's head is not going to be on his shoulders by the time we're done with this fight.
Ah, look what we have here. An intruder. I bid you welcome. Care to join in our revels?
No thanks, I'm fine. I take it you're Uldred.
Oh, very observant. I'm quite impressed you're still alive. Unfortunately, that must mean you killed my servants. Oh, well, they are probably better off dying in the service of their betters than living with the terrible responsibility of independence.
Right, independence. You'll soon follow your servants.
Wait! Let's not be hasty. I'm trying to have a civilized conversation here.
Right. What are you trying to accomplish by torturing these people?
A mage is but the larval form of something greater. Your chantry vilifies us, calls us abominations, when we have truly reached our full potential. Look at them. The chantry has them convinced. They deny themselves the pleasure of becoming something glorious.
You're mad. There's nothing glorious about what you've become, Uldred.
Uldred? He is gone. I am Uldred, and yet not Uldred. I am more than he was. I could give you this gift to win. You and all the mages. It would be so much easier if you just accepted it. But some people can be so stubborn.
He let himself get possessed so he could try and overthrow Irving and join the little rebellion and fight with Loghain, not out to curse the country, become king of some, like, far-off shithole, whatever it is that Uldred's pride and fantasies were playing up in his head. Not gonna get any of that, though. I was trying to dig into this conversation a little to see if he would say anything about Loghain, but it doesn't look like we can get any information from him, so say what you like. I'm still going to kill you.
Resistance. Everywhere I go, resistance. How very inconsiderate. I even have the First Enchanter on my side, don't I, Irving?
What have you done to him?
Stop him. He is building an army. He will destroy the Templars, and...
You're a sly little fox, Irving, telling on me like that. And here I thought he was starting to turn.
Never!
That's enough out of you, Irving. He'll serve me eventually, as will you.
Like I said, some mages will never break. There is no excuse possible for them to turn to blood magic or possession. That is the difference between Wynne and Irving and the mage we killed downstairs last episode. And Uldred's how I see it too. No, I won't. I'd rather die.
Killing you would be a waste. Your raw potential, with the strength of a demon behind it, would be unstoppable. I can do that. I can give you power and a new life.
I want nothing you can offer, Palpatine. I'd rather just stick a sword in your throat. That's going too far. You die now.
Fight if you must. It will just make my victory all the sweeter.
We'll see.
Don't forget the litany. It will thwart Uldred's attempts to control the mages and win this fight for us.
Okay, so there is going to be a couple things we're going to have to look at here. I'm going to go ahead and zoom this camera out. We need the full perspective of the battlefield. The way we need to do this is, you see all these little mage enclaves here? They're going to start glowing, and that's him trying to turn them into abominations. If you stand near them and use the litany, it's going to put a stop to that, which is our ultimate goal here. Alistair, if you'd be so kind to pop a taunt. I actually got frozen, unfortunately. That's gonna sting a lot. Hopefully he doesn't try to pin any mages while I'm stunned. Gonna give him the mark of death. Alistair, you're gonna take a big sip. Gonna give Duke the heal before he needs it. We're actually gonna mess with Alistair's tactics here for a second. I want to turn those off because I need him to be able to taunt whenever. I'll just micromanage his ability usage. Alright, here's the litany. We are standing on it, so we just pop it. And we're good, he has no more abominations. Micromanage him, of course. Also gonna go around the back and deal with some of these abominations so we can all just focus on Uldred's whole ass. Use the litany again. We want all the abominations to be dead so we can just focus on killing Uldred. Wynne should get the heal on Alistair, indeed. Put a stop to that. Right, now we're gonna swing around back of Uldred. We're just gonna chop that wood. He has no backup or support, so... Pop the litany. And that is the end of him. Uldred is dead. And we kept every single mage apprentice from being turned, so that's also good. Although it seems like they died after the ritual anyways. But at least they died themselves. They weren't turned into whatever the hell Uldred was doing with them.
Maker, I'm too old for this.
Irving, are you all right?
I've been better. But I am thankful to be alive. I suppose that is your doing, isn't it, Wynne?
I wasn't alone. I had help.
I was about to say, hello, I'm right here.
We will never be able to repay. Come. The Templars await. We shall let them know that the tower is once again ours.
Very well, lead on.
I'll need you to guide me down the stairs. Ugh, curse whoever insisted the circle be housed in a tower.
Creak of old bones, Irving. Old is good, old means you're still here.
Irving? Maker's breath. I did not expect to see you alive.
It is over, Gregor. Uldred is dead.
Uldred tortured these mages, hoping to break their wills and turn them into abominations. We don't know how many of them have turned.
What? Don't be ridiculous.
Of course he'll say that. He might be a blood mage. Don't you know what they did? I won't let this happen again.
I am the Knight Commander here, not you.
And let's hope that the Knight Commander is wiser than his initiates, although it's still I understand Cullen's perspective. Gregor is the one that is having to be convinced here, though. I believe order has been restored to the circle.
We will rebuild. The circle will go on, and we will learn from this tragedy and be strengthened by it.
We have won back the tower. I will accept Irving's assurance that all is well.
But they may have demons within them, lying dormant, lying in wait.
Enough! I have already made my decision. Thank you. You have proven yourself a friend of both the Circle and the Templars.
And what about the Darkspawn? I require aid.
I promised you aid, but with the Circle restored, my duty is to watch the mages. They are free to help you, however. Speak to them.
And I am very fine with that. That is a fine trade, I believe. You mean the First Enchanter?
Yes, Irving. For now, I will have to oversee a sweep of the tower. There may be some survivors, and we should do our best to tend to them. Please excuse me.
That's actually good to
And
hear.
Irving, it is good to have you back.
I'm sure we'll be at each other's throats again in no time.
Irving's voice does not help his cause of trying to convince people that you aren't possessed. He has the coolest, most menacing villain voice I think I've ever heard. It's kind of like, okay, Irving, you can stop talking now. I'm trying to... You're making us look bad.
Here we are, the tower in disarray, the circle nearly annihilated. Oh, it could have been much, much worse. I am glad you arrived when you did. It's almost as though the Maker himself sent you.
I'm not sure about the divine intervention, but the Blight drove me here and I do need assistance.
The least we can do is help you against the Darkspawn. I would hate to survive this, only to be overcome by the Blight.
So I have your word.
You have my word. As First Enchanter, the Circle will join the Grey Wardens in the fight.
Irving, I have a request. I seek leave to follow the Grey Warden.
When we need you here, the Circle needs you.
I appreciate the sentiment, Irving. But the Circle will do fine without me. The Circle has you. This man is brave and good, and capable of great things. If he will accept my help, I will help him accomplish his goals.
I will absolutely accept your help. I would be honored to have you join me, Win.
You were never one to stay in the tower when there was adventure to be had elsewhere.
Why stay when I can be of service elsewhere?
Then I give you leave to follow the Grey Warden. But know that you always have a place here. There is much to be done here, and I must go. You must forgive me for not being a proper host.
I understand. Till we meet again.
When the time comes, we will stand beside you.
I'm very happy to accept his word, and I do believe it. You gotta remember that this game is from a time where that actually meant something. It ain't 2024 where everyone is a liar who doesn't really believe in principles or honor. This is... word means something here. And also, again, for anybody who thinks the the tower is some kind of prisoner of war camp, Wynne just straight up said, I'd like to leave. He said yes, and she leaves. They don't send a Templar escort with her. She just can go where she wishes. Because she is past her heroin, they know that she's safe. She can leave whenever she likes. All she has to do is ask for a hall pass, essentially. I don't think that is too much of a problem. Right, so, Cullen, do you have anything to say to us?
I wish I could have gone with them. To fight.
Okay. He's gonna be dealing with that for a while, I think. The things that he's dealt with in the tower. What do you have for us, Gregor?
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are gone. You are very thorough. I'm impressed.
I do aim to please. I am quite impressive, yes.
And I am thankful you arrived when you did.
The circle will be back to normal in no time.
In no time? Doubtful. But it doesn't hurt to be optimistic sometimes. I shan't keep you then. Farewell.
Seems Gregor is in a good place with all this. And we did get our new companion with Wynne, so that is the circle well and truly wrapped up. So what I am going to do after I cut the episode is to clear up some of our inventory, because my god, we skated out of that with one spot to spare. Anyways, that's going to be a wrap for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is a tip link in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned and I'll see you guys soon with more Dragon Age Origins. Have a good day, guys. Take care.